brilliant speed with vibrant service, vibrant broadband internet.
We are live, and it's your show, and you've got an extra half a minute. Look at that.
How'd you like that, huh? Well, that's awesome.
Fancy.
Great.
Yeah.
And we are live. This is Vibrant U Live, and welcome to us. My name is Shane.
I'm Jane.
And I'm Nathan.
And last week we discussed cybersecurity, kind of in general, how to stay safe online. But this week we're going to follow that up with scams and just kind of do a little bit more deep dive into scams. Of course, tonight we have our Vibrant U Live event.
All right.
Hackers, Scammers, and AI. And that's going to be at 5:30. And Jane will talk a little bit more of that towards the end of the show. But there's a lot out there, and we want to go over some of that today. But first, Jane's going to give us a background on why scams work.
So scams work because scammers appeal to your human psychology. And it's about not even using our intelligence, it's tapping into our emotional being. And scammers know the trigger, number one, is fear. So fear of losing something, the fear of a sense of urgency, missing something, and then just getting excited, like you're purchasing something, and then the trust part of it. It's coming from some type of place that we as humans trust. So basically, examples of that would be like your account being closed for your bank, canceling something, your credit card, or hey, you've won a prize, or an iPad, like my daughter thought.
Yeah, I remember you telling us that story.
I want an iPad.
Wait a minute, no, don't do it. Okay, and then the other thing is they're creating artificial fake urgency, right? So people know that, and because of that, we feel the need, we're feeling rushed, we're skipping common sense stuff, like, okay, who's actually calling, where are they calling from, what's going on? Those are some things that we need to look at, right? And it's basically, it's like Black Friday. You go out and you buy those things that you really don't need or you really shouldn't. But it's that type of impulse, but it's weaponizing where these scammers are taking advantage of you, and they're going to do something destructive financially for you and ruin your life.
Recording in progress.
That's good to know.
Yeah,
recording in progress.
Exactly.
So the other thing is us as humans trust people in power and our authority. So like banks and law enforcement and government agencies and tech support, our supervisors, our bosses. So we automatically, in our minds, we just comply to that. So these scammers are aware of that, and they end up tapping into that sense. So that's how they utilize things and making things look legitimate. And deep fake is a kind of a new term, well, new to me. I mean, people that are in techie terms.
Yep.
And so basically it's utilizing someone's face and voice and dubbing over it to cause harm and to not really tell the truth about certain things. And you can see those on social media. I know that some TV programs are running different things like that as well. So they're more common than you think. And then the other thing is spoofed phone numbers. We have the gift of having a number look like it's coming from Meeker Cooperative or Meeker Energy, and it's really not. It's coming from somewhere else. And so these are things that, and like websites, it might be United Healthcare, but it's really not United Healthcare. It's somebody else.
Or it looks like the Amazon website, but it's close. Amazon. It can make it look close, but yeah.
And then, like I said earlier, AI can generate some pretty good voices, and then it's making it really hard to look to see if it's a scam or not a scam. And so, basically, the scammers trying to build trust in you, and making sure that they got you basically. And they're, it could be, like people who are lonely that want to, fall in love again and feel alive with a relationship. It could be investments. Hey, we got a great opportunity for you. It's going to be quick, and, you'll make a lot of money. Or it could just be, hey, I want to help you. Let me help you take care of your, organizing all of your information so that your passwords are in one place and you know exactly what to do. these scammers invest a lot of time, a lot of hours trying to manipulate you and trying to get you to trust them and woo you, basically. So basically the vulnerability, vulnerable adults, vulnerable humans, right? So everyone has a pressure point. Everyone is looking for something, right? So they just need to figure out what it is for you. Is it money stress? Is it loneliness? Are you curious? Do you want more opportunity? Just in general, scammers tailor how to come after you based upon what your needs are, and they know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
So Nathan's just going to go over the signs of scammers.
Yeah, so things to look out for, signs that something might be a scam, what we call in the business like red flags. If you see something just doesn't feel right, look right. The biggest ones are going to be unexpected requests for money or personal information. If you're not expecting a call or you're not expecting to owe this money on something and you get a call or an email or a text saying, oh, pay this fine, oh, your bill is late, stuff like that, and you're not expecting it, that's kind of the first red sign. Or somebody reaching out to you and asking for a password or some sort of, your social security number, something like that. Most, legitimate businesses, they're not going to communicate with you out of the blue and suddenly demand money or information. Usually you'll get redirected to official websites or told, oh, your bill's coming up or your bill is past due. But you're not generally going to get a call that says, oh, make a payment with me right now over the phone or else, kind of thing. Asking for passwords, banking details, personal information. Gift cards is kind of a newer one. People demanding that you need to pay by purchasing a gift card at a store. Obviously a major red flag. Any legitimate business is not going to ask you to go to a store and buy a gift card to make a payment. But that works on a surprising amount of people. Communication that just feels off. A lot of times there are subtle clues that in a vacuum they may seem normal, but if you get enough of these subtle cues, you're talking to someone, just something doesn't feel quite right. A lot of times you should trust that gut instinct, because if something just doesn't feel quite right, it likely could be a scam. Like Shane mentioned earlier, slightly wrong email addresses or names or weird phrasing or grammar, especially if you're getting a text message or an email that looks like it's from an official website or official company. A lot of times there'll be misspellings or grammatical errors or stuff that doesn't seem to quite read quite exactly right. Those are red flags. Again, a tone that doesn't match the real organization. The biggest one to me is pressure to act immediately. Almost always with a scam, it's going to be like, you have to do this right now. You can't delay, or we're going to shut your account off. We're going to fine you. You're going to get arrested. I mean, the scare tactic of getting you to act right away is a huge red flag. Any legitimate company is not going to call you on the phone and say, if you don't make a payment with me on the phone right now, it's over, done deal. That's just generally how not legitimate businesses work. And then another one, obviously, if you see any unusual activity on your accounts, on your social media accounts, your banking accounts, you're getting a message, emails or messages that you didn't expect, like, oh, we noticed you're trying to reset your password on Facebook and you didn't do that. Obviously, that's a red flag. Or a new account's open in your name. A lot of this stuff seems obvious, but it's stuff. We get so many emails and communications these days from businesses and legitimate things that a lot of this stuff can blend in. So you really kind of have to be alert, kind of keep an eye out for these red flags.
So some of the popular scams that we have going on right now are like on the phone. Somebody's going to call and they're going to pretend to be, like Meeker Energy, for example. Hey, your bill is past due. They're going to shut your electricity off in 24 hours unless you pay, right? And or a bank. We're Mid-Country Bank, and you've got an account with us, and we've shown some fraudulent activity on your account. Could you please verify your, and they'll ask for PINs, they'll ask for social security numbers, things like that. Just know that the bank or Meeker Energy, we aren't going to do that kind of a thing, right? They're going to give you options. Now, if you get a call like that, hang up the phone and then go to the website, the official website, get the phone number, or go to the phone book, find the local phone number, and call them directly, and then ask. And we won't think that you're rude if you hang up on us. If we are legitimately calling you, and you hang up on us, we'll know, okay, they just didn't trust us. Call us back. If it's an actual phone call, we'll go through it. If it wasn't, we just want to know about it. Another one is a Venmo or Cash App scam that's going on right now. So let's say you have Venmo, and you find that somebody had deposited, let's say, $400 in your Venmo account. You got $400 from this email, right? And, well, I don't know this person. Well, how did I get this $400, right? Well, then they will text you back and say, hey, I accidentally sent this to you. Could you please send it back to me? Okay. Well, what's happening is they're taking money from a stolen credit card. They are sending that cash to you, and then you are sending them back cash, but the cash is coming out of your bank account, right? So you think, well, okay, it was a mistake. I'll just send it back to them. Well, then in a couple weeks, you have a negative $400 taken out of your bank account because that credit card was listed as stolen, and so they are recovering their money that was spent from your bank account. Well, here the scammer got $400, and you're out negative $400. So that's another one that's going around. An unexpected package from Amazon. Let's say you get a package on your doorstep, and you didn't order anything. And I know sometimes deliveries can be off by a few houses or whatever, but it's addressed to you, right? You open up the box. Inside the box, there's a note or a letter or something with a QR code on it, and they'll say, scan this code, and then we'll send you whatever it is. It could be a prize. They'll send you something, right? Or did you receive this in error? Please scan this code. Well, don't scan that code, because that code will put malware on your phone, and then they will be able to get, private information on your phone. So these are scams that are going on right now in our area, not specifically Litchfield, but just in general, going on right now.
Government scams are another thing, especially this time of year with taxes. So you might get a phone call from the IRS, but IRS does not communicate by phone. Everything is done through the email or through mail. The other thing is Social Security department is calling to ask you questions about certain things.
They don't call.
They don't call either. And then the sheriff's office, our sheriff's office doesn't reach out regarding information only unless they need to. But again, to trust that, you can always hang up the phone and call the numbers. Then you for sure trust and know what's happening there. The other thing is, well, the Minnesota, and other than this, more than Minnesota, they're getting calls on claiming that there's a warrant out for your arrest. The Social Security number has been suspended. You owe the bank money or taxes, or you missed jury duty. So those are some important things. And then once they get that, once they call you and get they get your trust, then you start talking and giving more information. Just know that there's a possibility that it could be a scammer doing that. And then the other thing is, it's always about immediate, right? So make sure scammers demand immediate payment on a gift card or Zella or cryptocurrency. I had somebody someone took money out of my account I've never heard of even Zelly before. And I gave somebody a $5,000 wedding gift on gift cards. Wasn't I generous?
Yeah,
and I'm
you were
like,
very
I
generous.
so did not do that. So anyway, those are just some different things to look for.
You're not close to that generous.
I know. I love you too, Nathan. So anyways, local sheriff's department, this is probably the number one type of call that they get, a lot of scams in the area. And believe it or not, it's not just, the generation of 60 or older. The younger generation is very naive to this stuff, and so they're getting targeted as well. And the other thing too is, moving on to other people, is home repair and contractor scams. So we just had this recently when we had a really bad storm come through Litchfield. Someone was knocking on our door wanting, gave this amazing spiel of the time, the dates, the type of problem that was happening with our roof, and then, handed me their card and they could fix something. And I live right next to I live next to somebody of authority. And anyway, they're like, yeah, no, don't. I just closed the door. I didn't even look at them. And there's, there's some people that actually ended up getting their roof repaired, but, at what cost? Because was it really, how damaged really was it, and that kind of stuff. So those are the people that kind of follow and, take advantage of that vulnerability.
So yeah, but like Nathan, what do we want to do if we find out that somebody's about to scam us.
Yeah. So if you see some of these red flags, if you suspect something, the number one thing you can do is slow down and verify what you're being told or what you're seeing. Like I said, they want you to react rationally and act quickly. I tell my kids when they're freaking out and having a tantrum, all right, stop and take a deep breath and count to 10. It's the same kind of thing. If you're starting to get stressed out, you think that there might be a scam, the first thing you can do is pause and don't rush into anything, because that's what they need you to do. That's what they want you to do. Protect your personal information. Like we talked about, no legitimate banking, government, or company is going to just contact you out of the blue and ask for, give me your full social security number, give me a gift card, give me your password right now. Those are major issues. Don't click on links that you're not expecting, or ones that you don't know where they go. Don't scan QR codes when you're out and about unless you know what they're for, and don't go to unknown sources or answer unknown calls. I know my mother-in-law had one that she fell for where it was a pop-up on her screen and it said, there's an issue with your computer, contact Microsoft. This is the official Microsoft phone number. And she called that number. Of course, it was a scam, and the phone number on there was not Microsoft's official phone number. So if you are suspicious of something, or you get a communication from Meeker Energy or somebody that says act now, please go to the official website, phone number, whatever, and reach out directly to the known people or contact information. Don't just follow links or click on phone numbers or whatever that you're given, because that's how they get you.
Right. And so there's 3 simple things to do if you have been scammed. Number 1, contact the bank or the credit card issuer. Do that right away. Number 2, change your passwords. And we recommend don't reuse passwords, but if you've been compromised, change your passwords. And number 3, report the scam. Report it to local police. You can report it to FTC, and do tell your family and friends. It could be embarrassing, but it's something that they can help you get through that. And everybody gets duped every now and then. So those are the 3 things that you can do, which is what we're going to talk about tonight in more detail.
Right. So come on out tonight, Hackers, Scammers, and AI. We're going to go over all of this stuff. And if you're thinking, I've already been to that, well, think again, because we just updated our information. So we're making it new and improved. So come on out tonight. We are at 5:30 tonight at Meeker Energy. Come on out for some beverages, non-alcoholic, of course, and some chips. And if you have any questions about Vibrant or Meeker Energy, give us a call, 693-3231, or learn about us on vibrantbroadband.com. Catch the replay on Facebook or YouTube channel. Listen live every Wednesday at 10:30 on KLFD.
All right. Thank you, Jeff, for having us.
You betcha.
Thank you, audience, for listening. My name is Shane.
I'm Jane.
And I'm Nathan.
Tune in next week for another Vibrant You Live.
Brilliant speed with vibrant service. Vibrant broadband internet. Vibrant broadband internet.